If you're looking for a premium solution to covering your bed, this Back Industries Backflip F1 Trifold tonneau cover will be a great addition to your 2022 or newer Toyota Tundra. Now, this will be one to take a look at if you're in search of that layer of lockable protection to the items inside your bed, in addition to keeping them safe from the elements with a well-built and very easy to use cover. This option by Back Industries is also just a great way to add a finished appearance to the back end of the truck thanks to its sleek design if you feel like that's something that's missing on your brand new Tundra. This will have a number of different beneficial features in addition to the sharp look on the back, including better security thanks to the hard design being puncture-proof and lockable when the tailgate is up. Now, the cover here will also be incredibly easy to use if you need a seamless operation when you're in and out of your bed with easily accessible release cables on either side. This is going to be very easy to fold with the lightweight panels. You have straps on the back that are going to secure this onto the bulkhead, and even prop rods on the rails there if you need full access to the bed for those extra large items. This will also have the benefits of just being more aerodynamic for your truck to streamline airflow over your Tundra, which is a big added bonus here when it comes to helping out your MPG. This cover will be built to last with a heavy-duty aluminum construction, which will balance weight and strength incredibly well. Now, on top, you're going to see the fancy FRP or fiberglass reinforced polymer that's impact and weather resistant, keeping the appearance looking very sharp again for many years to come. But it's also going to boast good rigidity, being able to hold up to 400 pounds on top of the cover. Now, on the back of the cover, you'll also see heavy-duty buckles and straps that I mentioned before that's going to hold this in place when it comes to the bulkhead, and around the sides, this will also include rubber bumpers to protect the cab from any damage. Now, this will also be completely bolt-on with or without the deck rail system, so you won't have to worry about modification when it comes to your bed. Now, this will be a premium cover, which in turn will have a more premium price tag at about $1,400. Now, what I will say here is that you are getting what you pay for in the quality and the strength of materials while boasting an incredibly user-friendly design. Now, in addition to that, you're going to get a lot of longevity out of this cover to maintain those benefits that you're getting here for years to come, making it well worth the extra couple bucks in my opinion. Install will be straightforward and will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it'll probably take you about an hour to get the job done with some basic hand tools. Now, at this point, we can take a trip over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install process step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
The tools you're going to need for this install include an impact, a T30 Torx socket, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a 3/8 electric or regular ratchet. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing a tonneau cover on our Tundra, so let's get started. Alright guys, so the first step, we have to uninstall our side bed rails, which we have to use with a T30 Torx. We're going to remove the bolts on both sides, so now we can do that. Now all we have to do is slide our rail towards the front of the vehicle to remove this from the tab. Make it pull out. Now you can repeat this process on the other side. So if your vehicle does not come equipped with drop-in bed liner, you'll be using the included weather stripping. But in our case, we do have the drop-in bed liner, so we're not going to be using it. But all you have to do is you have to clean the surface on the top of your box and apply your weather stripping. So before we install our rail onto the vehicle, we have to slide our brackets onto the rail like so. This is how it should look when it's fully installed. Now we're going to do that same process like so. Now you can repeat this process for the remaining 3 on this side. Alright guys, so now we can get our rail onto the side of the bed. We're going to line these holes up on our bracket in the factory locations where we removed the rails. So now we're going to set this on the lip of the bed. We're going to slide that all the way as far as you can go. Then once your holes are lined up, we're going to reuse the same factory bolts and thread that into its factory location. Now we're going to tighten this down with a T30 torque socket. You also want to make sure that you hold your rail level while you tighten this down. Now you can repeat that process on the other side. All right, so now that you have both rails installed onto the vehicle, we're going to line up our tonneau cover with these holes here onto the metal brackets on the rail. Now we're going to lift this up. So now we can drop our bolt with the flat top through that hole we just talked about. Once that's through, we're going to slide our rubber washer, metal washer, lock washer, and our thumb nut. We're going to tighten that down from the bottom. We can slide our bolt with the rubber washer through the hole. We can throw our rubber and metal washer on, then our lock washer, then our thumb nut. Make sure that's nice and tight. Now you can repeat this process on the other side. All right guys, so now we're going to be attaching our buckle. We're going to have to use this nut stud that we're going to have to put through the bottom of these two holes. Then once those are in place, we're going to put our buckle over, and then we can tighten it down with our Phillips head screws. So now I'm going to put this under. Now we can take this and slide it into our hole. All right, now you can do that for the same one on here and for the other side. All right, now we're back on top of the tonneau cover. We're gonna grab our buckle and center that on top of the holes. Grab our Phillips head screws. We're gonna insert those in. We take our Phillips head screwdriver and tighten these down. Now that our buckle's tightened down, we can hold our tonneau cover in place with our strap. Now you can repeat this process for the other side. All right guys, so now will be the time we'll be installing our drain tube. It comes with a piece fitting that slides into your tube. This would be going onto the hole here on the top of the tonneau cover. And if you do have a drop-in bed liner, you would have to drill holes on either sides to fit the tube through. But in our case, for demonstration purposes, we'll not be doing so. But if you do not have a drop-in bed liner, then there'll be covers on the side of the bed that you can peel back and slide your tube through. And that little drain hole right here. So that's gonna wrap up the install on our Bak Industries Backflip F1 Trifold tonneau cover for your 22 to 23 Tundra with a 5.5 foot bed. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tundra, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.